Pixar Prime 10 here with another video review, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Deluxe Class Prowl. This is a figure that I was very excited to get. Picked it up at my actually local Walgreens. Was very surprised to find it there, but I'm very happy that I did. Prowl is basically a slight remold and repaint of the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters smokescreen mold, so we will be comparing the two. You got the classic Beast Hunters packaging up there. Prowl, he's an Autobot, and he has a Fire Lance missile launcher. It's basically the same weapon as Smokescreen, but without that stupid net. He also doesn't come with that Beast Hunter's armor that Smokescreen had. So flip it around in the back, and you see that we have a little bio at the top. Feel free to pause and read that. We got the Transformers Prime Seasons 1 and 2 Autobots. Transformers Prime, look for your favorite robots on Transformers Prime. Not possible because the show is over. Oh gosh. There are his Techular spectacles, whatever. If you want to read those, Deluxe Class Series 2, figure number 16, picture of Prowl right there, and at the bottom you got some cross cells. We got RC, Knockout, and Night Shadow Bumblebee. I have yet to get any of those figures. But, alright guys, so without any further ado, let's get Prowl out of his plastic prison. Guys, real quick before we get to the figure, I figured I'd show you the bio in the instructions. People are usually interested in reading these. It looks like that this is the last one, because it doesn't say continued in another figure. I guess you had to buy the Transformers Prime Predacons Rising DVD. Ooh, it kind of sucks. But anyway, you guys want to read that, pause, read it, and there you go. So, there are the instructions. But anyway, let's bring in the main guy for this, and that is Prowl. Now, immediately getting this figure out of the box, I very much kind of fell in love with it. This is a figure that I think looks absolutely phenomenal. Now, I really did like the Smokescreen mold, or not mold, version for this. I did like the Smokescreen figure. I really did. He was one of my favorite figures, actually, from the Beast Hunters line. I really did enjoy him. And there's something about Prowl that I think I just like a little bit more. Here's his gun. Same as Smokescreen's, which I'll bring in right now. It's exactly the same, except this one doesn't have that little net on it. So, there you go with that. And, I guess real quick to compare with Smokescreen, here he is. If you remember, he came with that stupid rubber armor thing, which can just peel off of him, which I never liked that anyway. This is cool. This is sleek. This is what I like. But, this is just as sleek and looks really cool. He, only mold difference in vehicle mode is the fact that Prowl has a light bar. Obviously, because he's a cop car, you can see that he has a police kind of Autobot logo in the front, which would look really good if it wasn't kind of split apart. But, that's still cool. You got the Star Sheriff kind of thing, the black and white going on. You got the star there. And it says police on the rear spoiler. I really do like the look of this figure. Some people say it's too plain, it's just a simple white figure with some black on the front. But I like it. I think it looks really cool and just like a police car. That's what Prowl is. So there you go, that's his vehicle mode. To compare him with Smokescreen, here you go from the top. You can see Smokescreen obviously has his blue. The headlights have remained the same, but it looks like Prowl's are a bit darker. On the spoiler, you can see Smokescreen has some red. On the doors, you can see instead of the 38s, Prowl has the Autobot, like, sheriff kind of logo. Just really cool figures that I really do love these molds. These are fantastic molds. The robot modes aren't too great in terms of looking good to the TV series for Smokescreen, but these vehicle modes are absolutely amazing. This is just like what Smokescreen looked like, but I've talked about that in my review. I really do like the darkened blue here instead of this light blue where you can see through to all of his robot junk. And here it's a lot more faded out and you can barely see it. On the back, they're both pretty plain, exactly the same actually. Like if I were to take a picture like that and kind of block out the red from Smokescreen, you wouldn't be able to tell who's who. Looking at them off camera, there does seem to be a differentiation in the white. Well, not really. They actually look exactly the same, the white. It looks like they were both molded in the same white color. I guess probably to save money. But, yeah, so since I've already covered the transformation for this mold in my smokescreen review. I'm going to skip the transformation and cut right to robot mode. So here we have smokescreen and Prowl in their robot modes. Now I have some very deep thoughts on these figures, so I want to, or well, the comparison. So first I'm going to get smokescreen out of here, and we're going to cover Prowl as we would in a regular review. So obviously here's Prowl in his robot mode. The main difference you're seeing from smokescreen's robot mode is that Prowl has a completely new head that looks just like a Prowl head. Now, this is not too much what he looked like in G1, but I love how he still has his red horns. I love that visor. The visor looks great. He didn't have that in G1, but he did have it in animated, Prowl animated. Pretty cool. So I do dig it. I love these coming up here. This is the same smokescreen chest, but I really love the way it looks on Prowl. I think it looks fantastic with these blue headlights. Although, if they're blue here, I would have liked it if they were blue on there, but oh well. But the head, I think, looks fantastic. I think it wasn't just a head made for a Prowl. It was a head made for a Prowl that would be a head in Transformers Prime with like the flat nose kind of thing going on. This is exactly what Prowl would have looked like if he was in Transformers Prime. Articulation is still the same. His head is on a ball joint. His shoulders will move up and down. They're also on a ball joint. There's a ratchet at the elbow. The wrists do not move. The waist swivels. There's a ball joint at the hip as well as a swivel joint. Yeah, there's a swivel joint there. Had to check. There's a knee joint that moves like that. And then there is foot articulation. Now, I think, honestly, I like the Prowl figure better than the smokescreen figure. And here's why. The vehicle modes, I think I did like smokescreens a little bit better, because it's exactly what it looked like in the show. But for robot mode, this is not exactly what smokescreen looked like in Transformers Prime. He didn't have blue anywhere on his face. It was really red. This red part here should be white. Just a lot of it is incorrect. He didn't have these giant things on the back of his arms. The chest is a little inaccurate. The molding is fine, but the paint is not good. And he had big feet, but not this huge. This is not really what he looked like in the show. Although it's a good representation and I do like it, it's not exact. But for Prowl, the reason I like it so much is because we never got a CGI version of Prowl in his robot mode or vehicle mode at all for Transformers Prime. That's why I love this so much, because we have nothing to base it off of. For this, we have a CGI model and be like, oh, that's incorrect, that's incorrect, that's incorrect. But for this, there's nothing to compare it to, so we can't say if it's correct or not, which is why I love it. So for all we know, this could be Prowl and Transformers Prime, which is cool, because he'd be different from Smokescreen. So that is why I think Prowl is a lot better than Smokescreen in his robot mode. Especially the chest area got some little painted details, and everything just looks so fantastic. I can't even explain how much I love this figure. For his weapon, it's obviously just a gun, and I think this gun can even work well for Prowl, but this was useless for Smokescreen. He never carried a gun. I mean, you could plug it onto his hand and pretend that it was his built-in blaster, but like Prowl is technically a policeman, and police hold guns, and that's what the impression I get with this. And just the head and everything, I think, just makes me like Prowl a whole lot more than I do Smokescreen. One thing that I don't like about Prowl is that he doesn't have too many paint applications. Therefore, it's too much white and black, but he's Prowl, it's what he's supposed to be, so I'm cool with it. Like I was saying, the shoulder pads or these kibble on the back of the arm, who knows? We can pretend that that's accurate and that's what Prowl should look like. But for Smokescreen, he shouldn't have that. And that is why I like Prowl a whole lot more than I do Smokescreen. So basically, that's about it. I'll give you some more comparisons from all four sides. I really like the back of them. That kind of looks cool. But even the windows sticking out from the doors, it's okay for Prowl. And I don't want to say that I want now I want Prowl more in the show than I ever would have liked Smokescreen. But because I wouldn't say that necessarily, because I just finished watching the entire series again, all the way through, for the second time in a while. And I really got attached to Smokescreen and really remembered how great of a character he was. There's so many things that happened with Smokescreen that made a lot of the series what it was at the end that could not have happened with Prowl, because Prowl would have been like a serious kind of guy. Smokescreen is like the fun-loving rookie who just wants to be the best but doesn't know how to do that. So that's basically it, guys. So, alright, thanks for watching the video review of the Transformers Prime Beast Hunters Deluxe Class Prowl figure. I hope you enjoyed this review. Don't forget to like, comment, favorite, and subscribe. Alright guys, have a great day.